You gotta understand, bro. Stuff like this really is why I also do streaming, bro. I want to motivate the youth. If I can motivate and show people that you can be a millionaire too and do it like this or do it like this or do it in however way that you want to do it, I want to show people that it's possible. Like I said, this is real life, bro. Because if you don't show them it's another way, all they know is one way and they're going to keep doing that way. And it's going to be generation after generation after generation doing the same thing, bro. There's going to be no changes, bro. You got to make a change.
Always lit making hits. YouTube lit making hits. Always be on the Twitch. Grinding is level 10. Think you winning for nothing. Nigga, think again. Think you winning for nothing. Nigga,
like with Pimps and Prostitutes.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop?
Okay, this has 2 million views.
In your cop car?
Hell yeah, in uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, on the Blade, speaking with Pimps and Prostitutes.
So Tommy G's on the block with Pimps and
Prostitutes. And how it is on these streets.
Is this TOS? Is this TOS? I'm not sure. I don't want to react to it and get banned. I thought I saw Agent react to it. It can't be TOS if it's on YouTube. Right?
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Might be a risk.
That's a crazy statement.
I thought I saw Agent. That's the only reason why I reacted to this.
Prostitution. This time
I saw Agent react to it. I think it's good. I think it's good.
The term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp, who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up in poverty, the allure of being a pimp is both
I'm gonna take that risk because I saw Agent react to it.
It's a great way to make
so
fast money, and the
fight
profession of pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking, 2 things that overlap. Recently, there have been major
So what is he about to
busts,
do? Is he about to learn the story?
Over 300 people in early
I never watched the Tommy G video.
While most of the mainstream media
but
believes
Agent always
some local vaguely related to the story in a corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the blade.
Quick announcement, time is running out to get your
he got a
ticket to
baby.
a live event in Milwaukee.
Why would he bring his baby in this dangerous spot? The dangerous spot?
Nearby or want to make a drive, come out to the show. 2 documentaries.
I think we might add Tommy G to our list to react to because it's interesting learning about the world, bro. Like some real things are like real chat. Y'all gotta understand, real things are happening in the world, bro. Real things that we don't really pay attention to and people ignore, but it's a real serious thing in this world between gang activity, between prostitution and pimps, between drugs and homeless people. It's real. It's not just in the movies, chat. So we might add this to the list to help spread awareness because I think that's what he's doing. And try to bring out change in the world, bro. The world is a very messed up place.
On a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're going to show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality there. 6-7 days a week. This is how they feed themselves, feed their kids. Like, could you imagine a mom being out here? Mom's going to go out and work tonight. She'll be back in the morning. That's a crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if America's making the right calls in how we're handling prostitution. Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STDs? You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game. Tell the people where we are right now.
Sure, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the Blade, but really.
So is that like a safe place to do it?
And what's the Blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes, but you feel me? Everything down here getting money though.
To me, it's mind blowing that a man can convince a team of women to work for him, to be on the street, to put their body at risk, and then collect the money for that. How do you manage to do that?
Well, we're not convincing to do anything. They seeing that we providing them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able to go to college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car.
But do you really think you're elevating at that point, chat? L camera.
Ain't gonna never be no.
Do you really think you're elevating at that point?
Turn around. See that? Can't make this up. I almost want to roll the window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you got a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you safe, make sure you're okay, make sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm everything.
Okay.
When they're out on the street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. I'm your everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
Straight up, man. It is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
100%. Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket, and that's everything.
What kind of things do you buy them?
They might need a whip, they might need their rent paid, they might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes, their kids might need some food, their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the can rely on. Like, all the go, they leave, anything gonna you can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga, anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking, you feel me? Where it's like, alright, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting a nigga know what it is, you feel me? You off on me, you did something unrespectable.
And look, just out here she comes back again. How can someone get away with that? That looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone, you feel me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or that you have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like, ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on, you feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
Okay.
How do you view women?
I love women. For real, I love everything about women, you feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women, you feel me? A nigga ain't gonna keep me paid, gonna keep me paid, you feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in
Really?
Vegas, on my mama.
How'd you find your way into this?
Shit, bro, when I was like 18 years old, I was with this little bitch, or really an older bitch, but whole time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough, you feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid, you
So
feel
an
me?
older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my moms every day.
Does she know what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of others. You feel me?
Where do you see yourself on
That's
the
crazy,
balance
bro.
of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me. You feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that is part of me, I play my part and we smooth.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
What happens if one of your girls
I don't
comes
know,
back
bro.
and
It is an
doesn't
absurd
bring a
thing
dime
to
home?
say.
She wouldn't
But like
even
I
come
said,
back.
this
I
is
ain't
real
gonna
life
lie.
for
She
them.
know
This
better
is
than to
their
come back.
life.
She ain't got no bread. But it's like, for what? What you here
You
for?
don't know
Like,
what
you
their
know?
situation
most
is.
the
What
woman is brought back
can't
in?
tell them there's
Usually
another
quoted
way
about a band, but
without
you feel me?
showing
I
them
done
there's
had
another
a-
way. If
we
that's
got
all
like
they
25
know,
bands in the night
you have to
before.
Is
show
there a
them another
particular day
way.
of the week that's the
Which
hottest?
I think that's what
Saturday.
Tommy G is doing. I'm
Sunday
hoping.
morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
For me, I know how to play the game right, you feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. If they not protecting themselves, if they not making sure that they safe at all times, they not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screening, I mean perfect screening. Cause any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay, and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American
Yeah,
customers?
no African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They usually too aggressive. They want too much.
What's
They
up,
not
Jules?
paying
Welcome to the
enough.
chat.
It's almost like a safety hazard.
You know,
Well,
no, just making sure you're checking the
Yeah.
surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight, but thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best, okay? So we're gonna hit the blade. We're gonna pick up some chicks.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This made me feel nervous, uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance. Apparently, an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview, understandably.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels weird and wrong.
I don't know, man.
Is
it not illegal? He's filming himself with prostitution.
We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his
Is that not illegal?
How he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now. As you can tell, kids are working out, they're jump roping, they're getting a sweat. And we're with the coach. What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto de la prostitución en la área?
Los niños no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y pues, estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los moleste.
¿Piensa que un gimnasio como esto es muy importante para la comunidad?
Oh, sí, es bien importante porque, como te digo, los enseñas a pelear, pero también les formas disciplina. Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien, ya sea para un trabajo, para estudiar, lo que sea, les forma su disciplina.
Discipline is very important. That's why I loved what I took away from sports when I was in high school. Discipline, basketball, football, and mentorship. I used to do that as
Yo pienso que con todo eso que sabe las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados en eso también.
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños y la comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that was harassing prostitutes, and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective of the area.
Okay. Like I said, Chad, this is real for people,
so it looks
bro.
like somebody's getting
like I said, I don't
just got a customer.
I don't have
going to a motel.
nothing to say bad about them, because like I said, if that's all they know, you have to show them that there is another way. If you can't show them that there's another way, they're gonna do what they've been doing their whole entire life.
It feels like we're in another world right now.
That's just the way it is. Like Tupac said, man.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel lobby and see who I could meet. After standing in line
stuff like this really is why I also do streaming, bro. I want to motivate the youth. If I can motivate and show people that you can be a millionaire too, and do it like this, or do it like this, or do it in however way that you want to do it, I want to show people that it's possible. Like I said, this is real life, bro. Because if you don't show them it's another way, all they know is one way, and they're gonna keep doing that way, and it's gonna be generation after generation after generation doing the same thing, bro. There's gonna be no changes, bro. You gotta make a change. You gotta show them.
Few minutes.
That there
my
is
luck
another
changed
way.
when a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
Is it normally this slow here? What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke blues hanging out around here. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, you know, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over drugs or over like the pimping?
It's mainly over, it's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like it's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes, unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it, somewhere to go safe, you know, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up and then somebody, you know, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Have you ever heard of a bad story happening to a woman on the street?
Man, I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of females
that's crazy,
and
bro.
end up in the back of
That's
an alley,
crazy,
cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on Northern, the 27th, and they found her body in the back of an alley, just laying on an empty bed, no clothes on, stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this? Is he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself? Some of these women are vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in. That's across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob him or what, but he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left. It was crazy. Like, wow.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah, especially too for the tricks too, you know, because they never know what's behind them doors, or they never know what's gonna happen. They can get set up somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff. And most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl, and that's pretty crazy.
Does the pimp get the woman hooked on fentanyl? Is that part of the game?
No, I think that they get themselves hooked on it. Some pimps say if you follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and tell you, hey, well, what are you doing bothering my girl and this and that, and they'll point a gun at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're alright. Yeah, you see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high-speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course they do. Some of them are with it and some of them ain't.
I guess in some ways I get it. Like, what are they gonna do? Say, no, I don't want to feed my family? Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes.
And
that's what this whole situation is. Like the
facts,
homeless, the prostitution, the drug addict. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard, you know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right now?
Yeah, I have them waiting on me.
The truck?
No.
Do your thing first and we can talk
Yeah,
after?
they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner if it was legal?
I don't know. I honestly think
that's a line we shouldn't cross as a society. You guys let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on you. Some car with tinted windows.
In a safe way.
We just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I think if you're not bothering someone, they're not going to bother you. We're going to wait for this girl and see what she brings us to.
But I feel like most people do it to survive. You just gotta show them this
people
better
already
way.
broken in the room.
Yeah.
Like, see how the bed's all like moved to the side?
Yeah.
Like, you can move the furniture out, and it's like dirty under there. Sometimes they don't even clean these rooms right. I stayed in that one over there today, and that room over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room. If you moved the bed, it was dirty. Comforts didn't look clean. They had like little thin pillows. It's just crazy. People been getting shot over here. Right now it's mainly over the fentanyl. Al Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here. A lot to do with cartel, you know.
Al Chapo?
I just got out of prison for
So Al Chapo wanted to stop drug use? I thought he was a drug lord.
That's why a lot of people know me around here. After this car accident and everything, I stopped. Like, I just had to quit, you know. Like, I gotta get my shit together. I'm waiting for my settlement to come through and then
from the insurance company?
Yeah, Hemp wants somebody that's gonna work. The rooms he pays for, food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for, she has to work that off.
When they have the tricks, what % of them you think wear condoms?
I don't even think they do. It's just a dangerous game and this just one bad thing, you know?
How much does this room cost tonight?
It cost me $84, but it was supposed to be $63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems pretty high.
It is high. Let me talk to them and find out if they're comfortable with it.
Can I give you my number?
Yeah, so that way they won't be all sketchy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in room 176 right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then.
Ah, man. I feel like the only way to make this better is one by making it safer.
Back in the day, you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or an alley.
They need to up
dealer
the jobs.
would
They
drive
need
up,
to
you're
make
nervous,
a
the
better
cops
way to
are gonna pull
survive.
up.
They
And now
need
they have
more
dispensaries. You walk in
therapy for
calmly.
drug use.
Get what you want.
As well.
You walk out. Everyone's happy and no one gets
Shit,
hurt.
y'all making
I think
me
it's
want to
pretty
start some
similar
stuff
with
when I get big,
To see
bro.
what a future could look like if sex
do
work was
anything out
legalized,
the
let's
world.
look
Like,
at 2
little
different
stuff like
case
that,
studies that
like
are out there. In
therapy
Nevada, the only place in
can
the
go a long
United
way
States
for
where it's legal,
drug
the
use
results have been
addiction.
encouraging. Sex workers report a
Even that
great
would help.
reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones. Cities that have implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in? Travelers Inn's pretty locked down. We're at Miguel. Throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around here.
Okay.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey.
Like, they just got in the door and they said give them a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top, so they give them a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open, there's someone right there.
It's a hope.
Thanks. How are you? So, I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh, no, I'm good, love.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a setup.
True, because, yeah, that could be a setup too. I think we should bring up one.
How you doing? Good. I can hop out. You want to meet me at the gate? Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys. What's going on? Nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for?
Nah, he's really...
You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head when you get ready to go out there?
Just trying to stay positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out there?
I mean, it could get pretty dangerous. I had this one client who didn't want to like always make them pay me first, and then like I'll do the service or whatever. He like tried to take the money back from me and shit. I have like brothers and shit that I call and like they handle the situation.
So you have some guys that if you need backup, you can...
Yeah, not everybody has that, you know? I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers like?
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy as fuck to me.
What % of your clients do you think
That is crazy.
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What % of clients are wearing rubbers and what aren't? Like how?
Oh, I don't do anything without a rubber, so.
It seems like it would be pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically just gonna kill yourself. I know a couple girls that that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story or how you got into this?
I'll be 23
That's
next
crazy,
month,
bro.
and I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said, hey, this is what I want to do?
Well, I mean, my mom actually, I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yep.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Harris, is there anything you think
This
would be
is
important
crazy,
to tell
bro.
people back home that might not
This
know
is
anything about this
absolutely
world?
absurd.
Don't be
bro.
so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
Exactly, bro.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
What % of women out here you think have pimps?
I think back then when I first started working versus now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, it's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very helpful.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the most common way of doing it?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to like?" I didn't know what scat play was until I had to Google it when he asked me to do it. Scat play? Who? I didn't know people like really like stuff like that.
Might be out
that's
there
crazy.
wondering how you're doing. Is there anything you'd like to say?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, let's go. You in the game or formerly in the game?
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Who got you into this game at 9?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any family members on the blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in those type of situations?
Yes, it actually does.
So I hear all the time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. I'm saying, I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there is some that do that, there are some that run their program a little differently, you know?
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that, or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got motherfuckers out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
It's like an investment banker's income. It's not bad, huh? Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be. It took me a minute to realize, like, the life comes out of that. You know, the whole baby comes out of that. That's crazy. Like, pussy is the root of all evil. It's what make the world go round. This is the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money?
Yes.
A lot? On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there you think have been abused as a kid?
Crazy,
see, that's
bro.
what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp a gay dude, this shit is wild, B. Like, this shit is illegal. Flag on the motherfucking plane. But I guess if it make you money, hey, man, I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy. That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
A pimp got 144 years?
You know, another one that got 422 years.
From Arizona? 420 years?
After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144-year, 420-year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story: pimps, prostitutes, and johns. And it turns out it depends on the state, but let's take California for example. For a first-time offender, if someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee pimp did recently. For the women caught soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor, and instead women are steered towards programs like probation, mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the johns. Let's take Illinois for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution and only 19,000 johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the johns soliciting sex and launched his National John Suppression Program. When the johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine the motherfucking telling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
The families worry about them and think, you know, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up.
There's a lot of girls that are missing right now.
That are missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
In a suitcase chopped up.
That's the worst part about it. Like, they don't have to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest horn you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
Internet's the worst.
This is real
That gets
life.
dangerous too. You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck they are.
What makes you want to
just
do
cam
that
it
to
up.
They
another
used to have
human,
word,
bro?
get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if it was that easy,
Because
then
that's what's
nobody
going on
would be
right now.
doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the number one fear of what's going on right now. These women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Like, these women are catching.
yet.
And by the grace of
Some
God.
girls do take care of themselves, you know. You got some girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like high-class prostitutes, you know. Like their shit don't stink.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and that's high.
Stay at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your scandal. With the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
That's their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the ones that don't try to take care of
And
themselves.
I said, what the f is going on upstairs?
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20, $30. Girl, you're really cheating yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know?
a baby come out of there, that shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for
One
it.
pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I'm like, what the f you talking about?
It says to men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we were returned back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that sex work should be legal, that there should be brothels where women can work at?
Yes, I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would, and most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases, the result is many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl f***ed that game up. By far the worst drug that ever hit American soil. I've been 18 months clean off of them, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop f***ing with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent of the women out there you think are addicted to drugs?
That's crazy, bro.
2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot of them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
Do you ever enjoy yourself with a customer? Like, this is kind of a fun part of the job, or is it never fun?
Yeah, sometimes there's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Hell yeah. Hell
In
yeah.
a cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform. Right here on the Bible. On my child's life.
Are they good customers?
Yes.
You're the best one.
On God.
Did you like cop customers?
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment, you never know.
This girl told me too that she had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
He gets upset and now you want to change the rules
Yeah,
and
he
be a little
jail.
f***ing bitch.
he tried to put her in jail and stuff.
All right, guys. Well, stay safe. Okay.
All right,
Have a good night. Okay.
stay
You
safe
guys
out
stay
there.
safe. All right, folks. That's been an inside look into this world of pimping, prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel is always bring you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, Don't Believe the Lies. Support the channel, get it on the store. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We'll see you guys next week.
Glad you spreading the information, bro. Tommy G, bro. Glad you're spreading the real life of some people, bro.